Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another Jurassic World video, where today we are once again discussing the Indoraptor. You guys seem to have enjoyed my last video about the Indoraptor and what happened to its body after the events of Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, so we had to come back again with another video about Jurassic World's 4th hybrid dinosaur. But today it's about why we won't see it appear in another movie or show anytime soon, no matter how much some people want to fabricate that online. If you happen to enjoy today's video at any moment, be sure to press the like button, as today's target is 2,000 likes. Don't forget to also subscribe to the channel should you want that extra bit of Jurassic content here on YouTube, as you can find everything that you need to know from this franchise. News, content, games, and much more. But now that's all out of the way, here is why we won't see the Indoraptor in future Jurassic projects anytime soon. So, the Indoraptor, the 4th genetically modified dinosaur that was made in the Jurassic timeline. A creature that was formidable enough to withstand a whole bullet. A creature that was intended for military purposes and was designed to follow orders. This dinosaur hybrid was arguably the spookiest of the lot, as it shows how Dr. Wu's previous creations of the Indominus Rex and the Scorpius Rex could be morphed into one dinosaur. You can see the inspiration that this creature got from the 2 other hybrids before him. Nicknamed as Ripper by the fans, the Indoraptor had a very short life. And I do mean short. This creature primarily took the DNA of the Indominus Rex and the Velociraptor and was first bred in the latter stages of the year of 2017. I'll be working on a video about its entire story very soon for you all to get to know the Indoraptor just that little bit better. However, as we know, the Jurassic World era primarily takes place between the years of 2015 to 2022. During 2015, we have the events of Jurassic World and Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous Season 1. Then in 2016, we have Camp Cretaceous Seasons 2 to 5. 2018 then brings us the events of Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, 2019 gave us Battle at Big Rock, 2021 gave us the prologue, and 2022 brought us to the wonderful Jurassic World Dominion. So when we take one look at this timeline, we know that the Indoraptor was born in late 2017 and later died in June of 2018, so he was barely even a year old before he met his demise. That in itself is something very important to focus on. There was no logical way for it to appear in Camp Cretaceous due to the time differences. Now, as far as the creation of the Indoraptor, we saw that in Camp Cretaceous Season 3, Dr. Henry Wu needed his laptop to create something for Mr. Mills, meaning Eli Mills, and I can only assume that to be of the Indoraptor. A direct link to this was that it takes place in 2016, however, it's part of the episode where we see a timeline alignment with the beginning of Fallen Kingdom, when they try and retrieve the Indominus Rex fossil. Therefore, it shows that the Indoraptor was an idea back in June of 2016 and was not in any actual development yet. Now, creating a hybrid takes a lot of time and precision to accurately make what you intended it to be like. So I assume that the next whole year of June 2016 to June 2017, Dr. Henry Wu was busy creating the Indoraptor, only to be born after incubating in 2017. So, as one major reason, there simply isn't enough time for the Indoraptor to appear in a future Jurassic show or movie, since it was a juvenile the majority of its life. But what is another major reason why we won't see it? Well, moving on to its surroundings, the Indoraptor wasn't exactly brought up in the same way that the Indominus Rex was. The Indoraptor was instead bred, born and raised in the dark depths of a cage indoors underneath the Lockwood Manor, and thus didn't see the light of day, which makes his breakout from the mansion even more meaningful as it starts to learn more about this world. However, the Indoraptor was thought to have lived with his brother that was also produced, but instead was the white Indoraptor. Unfortunately, this information comes from deleted concept art scenes that also never got written into canon for Jurassic, so sadly we only have the one Indoraptor for this case. It's thought to have killed a worker that was handling its food. As we can see in a deleted scene that was shot, it was playing around with a skull of some person in its cage. This creature was literally raised within extreme isolation down in the depths of some part of California. Even if it did break out, for miles it's just woods and woods of trees stretching across land that he would have not come across anybody in society for a good few hours. So once we pair these up together, we can see that the Indoraptor had a very short life, and 99% of his life was him remaining within that cage. Now, I am not saying they cannot write something into canon where we'll technically see the Indoraptor again. It's likely that we could see the Indoraptor via some Lockwood Manor CCTV footage, or perhaps its actual dead body photographed. As now we know that from Jurassic World Dominion, authorities made their way over to the manor and located the body of this creature. So it's also likely that they took some CCTV footage from the night of the breakout for more evidence about this hybrid dinosaur. With a new Jurassic Show confirmed to be on the way, as well as a new era of Jurassic movies starting up, I can assume that the Indoraptor would return as a little cameo or snippet alluring to the events of 2018's Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. As for being an important plot device, I don't really see it happening. The Indoraptor was born in the late half of 2017 and died off in June of 2018, meaning that it was not even 1 year old. Not only that, but this creature was heavily guarded and isolated in an underground lab and cage underneath Lockwood's Manor, meaning that potentially no one would have gotten to see this creature before it was shown off in the auction. This logically means that the Indoraptor will not return back for any future installments of the Jurassic franchise. Now, when we take one look at the ending of Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous Season 5, we hear and see that Brooklyn is chasing down a lead and proceeds to mention about the Lockwood Manor estate. Whilst we don't actually get any confirmation that she was indeed inside the Lockwood Manor, it is still interesting nonetheless. What was the lead that she was chasing down, and how did she know about the events of the Lockwood Manor? Either way, the ending of Camp Cretaceous Season 5 takes place the morning after the events of Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, around the same time that we see Blue in the suburbs of California at the very end of the movie, meaning that whatever lead Brooklyn was chasing down, if connected to the Lockwood events, takes place after the Indoraptor passed away. Granted, we could see the Indoraptor's dead body appear, and this means that Brooklyn was technically the first one to see its dead body after the main cast. However, since the Indoraptor is dead by the time of Season 5's ending, it's clear that this hybrid dinosaur won't be appearing as a major plot device anytime soon. That's being alive, that is. So, logically speaking, the Indoraptor lived a short and isolated life to the public, and it doesn't make sense for it to appear in another show. Not only that, whatever the new story they are setting up here with Brooklyn at the end of Camp Cretaceous takes place after the death of the Indoraptor, so again, it doesn't really seem likely. Now, this could all change, and maybe someone is brave enough and willing to go on the borderline of breaking canon. But no known major events happened to the Indoraptor, as it was a juvenile for the majority of its life. It's not unheard of for the franchise to also retcon some things. The Mosasaurus pit. So there's always a chance that might happen. However, logically speaking, the Indoraptor from 2018's Fallen Kingdom will not be returning for any future installments for the Jurassic franchise, unless it's a small flashback clip or some CCTV footage, something small like that. But yeah, I felt as if I needed to discuss this, as I saw some people saying how they think that the Indoraptor will return because they heard someone say it online somewhere. So to bring a stop to that, no matter how much I love the Indoraptor, it's just not going to happen, and thus that's why I felt the need to make this video and explain why. Trust me, I thought that the Indoraptor was awesome, but sadly, I don't see it coming back anytime soon. As for today's video, that's sadly all we've got time for. I hope you all enjoyed today's video, and if you did, be sure to press that like button and subscribe to the channel for more Jurassic content, as this is definitely the best place to be when staying up to date with news, theories, games, and much more content from this Jurassic franchise. And we're aiming for almost 200,000 subscribers before the end of the year too. If you wish to support me that little bit more, feel free to check out the merch store and Patreon for extra benefits across the channel. Links can be found in the description. But most importantly, all I ask for from you guys today is to make sure you're all staying safe out there, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye bye. Hello, hi, you. Did you enjoy the video? Just a little reminder to press that like button and also subscribe. I just want to thank my Patreons for this month on screen right here, as giving me that little extra support really does go a long way. But anyways, I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day.